Hello, and welcome to Living Magically with Michelle Orwick, your host, also known as Magical Michelle. And we're here with the energy report and some basic astrology for the week of June 24th. And we are often finding that in this energy, there is a little bit of a crash from the intensity of last week. So if you're having a bit of an energy hangover or with all the solar storms and intensity, you might even feel like your body is going through a detox. Maybe that's headaches, maybe that's a little bit of flu-like symptoms, or just the need for rest, like a little bit of fatigue. Allow yourself what you need. And for some, that is just the fact that we are now fully immersed into Cancer season and coming off of that intense full moon solstice combination. You might just need to rest and rejuvenate. Cancer is all about that internal love. It is reevaluating your boundaries and your responsibilities. We do have a big transit this week, later in the week, which is that Saturn is retrograding into Pisces. And so with that, you're going to start really thinking and reevaluating who you are and who you've let into your energy field. So that might even be starting here at this early part of the week, but it will definitely be part of this weekend's energy. And you might be ready for that next stage of spiritual growth. I think what this last weekend did for us is it prompted us and gave us a prelude to the vision we're creating for our future. So that allowed us to come into this moment of, what do I really want? And if you're internalizing that right now, that's perfect. You want to harmonize yourself to be aligned with the version of you you're creating. And I know that right now we're going through a massive world upgrade. We're going through a massive internal upgrade, and each of you are evaluating self for that opportunity for self-actualization. And to do that, you must come into a time of quiet. That's going to bring you this more creative insights. It's going to bring you into an opportunity of letting go of those past things. And with that boundary piece, who do you have to set a boundary with so that you can be more aligned to you? And I don't think you have to let go of people completely, but I think it might be for this little piece of this summer, the next few weeks, maybe the next month or two. Maybe it is a time to take a break from people, things, and choices that you make. Time for a detox. It's a great time to eat cleaner and to be cleaner in your energy. And maybe just, it's not saying no forever, but you're maybe taking a detox break from toxic people, toxic habits, toxic things, so you can do a reset. There's definitely a requirement to resetting. And sometimes when we're in the summer, we often take a little vacation. So whether you do that as a staycation or an outward vacation, changing your environment, changing your habits, changing what you do, just even if that's taking a week or a day off of social media, or maybe there's something you do weekly that you just take a week off of, or maybe there's something you do daily that you take a week off of. This would be a time to really kind of take that break, whether it's a digital detox, a physical detox of food or drinks. Sometimes people will take a couple of weeks or a month off of drinking alcohol or eating sugar. This would be an incredible time to do that. And if in this review place, you start reviewing who is your most aligned friendships, relationships, experiences, that's okay too. It is a time of letting go. And again, letting go doesn't mean you have to let them all the way out of your life, but maybe it's changing how you interact with them. And maybe it's time to let it go. If you take a detox from something and you feel so much better, make sure that you understand that for your future as you are rearranging your harmony, as you're rearranging who you're becoming. This doesn't feel good, so I'm not going to share that much time with them. I'm not going to share that much of myself with them. Maybe I do something like have a barbecue instead of telling them my deep personal feelings, because I just want to be with those people, but I'm not necessarily giving of myself and letting them take my energy away. So there's a lot of ways that can be done. I just want to encourage you to, does this make me feel good? Does this bring me joy? Is what I'm about to do going to enhance my life in some way, or is it going to deplete me? And use that real deep spiritual intuition that's happening right now to reevaluate, because that full moon is now going to take 2 weeks to get to the next new moon. And so, as Cancer rules the moon in tides, think of this as the tide is going out. What are you letting go of? What are you washing away? What are you clearing? What are you resetting? So there's a reset and rebalancing happening here. We're still in high growth season, but this is that part where you're evaluating who you are to become who you're becoming. So in the weeks that just happened, you had clarity. Now there's that deeper sense of, what am I going to put into practice? Because the next new moon, which is still, 10 or so days away, you're going to need to be ready for who you're becoming. And that is going to be a potent, powerful new moon in July. So if you're thinking about becoming something new and you want to go back to the basics, and you've been doing spiritual practices, but it's really good time for the basics, join me on Tuesdays with Psychic Summer School, Back to the Basics. Or if it is a brand new time for you, it might be a good time to deepen your intuition or learn about these things. So it's a class that's set up on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be recorded if you can't be there live, and it'll be 5 weeks of Psychic Summer School. It's something I've done before. I'm doing it a little bit different, a little bit upgraded, and it's good for the beginner and the rebooter alike. And it's at a really affordable rate. And we're going to start next Tuesday. So if this is something you're wanting to do, it lines up with that really powerful new moon in July, which is July 7th. So gearing up for that, we start that first Tuesday in July, and we go through the 5 Tuesdays of July. And so if that's something you want to do, we'll put the link in the comment section and you can join us for that. In the meantime, this is a good week to be gentle, be loving to yourself. With that full moon, be really aligned with full moon hangover, I should say. Be really aligned as the moon is getting smaller in the sky to only do what you have energy for. Don't overextend your energy is sort of my overall arcing theme for this week. And do things that are playful and fun, and maybe something you don't do every day. It's a good week for doing something a little bit different. Maybe something you only do once a year. I'll be dancing through fairy forests in Wales. So I don't know what you're going to be doing, but make sure to do it in a way that nurtures you and supports you. In the meantime, live magically, and we'll see you again next week.